Hello fans, welcome to our channel. It seems like Monday's news episode, December 28th, will include some extremely intriguing, extreme, possible, and significant psychological scenes as Steve and John collaborate. Claire captures Charlie in a bad minute. Kate and Will have an extreme encounter with Trip. Lucas dishes out a confession to Allie, and Marlena, and more. We'll go on and start this spoiler session with the Steve and John scenario. It ends up that these two will not be opponents any longer. Oh no. Rather, the opposite, as they will sign up with forces to look for the reality. NBC's main description for this most current John and Steve advancement informs us. Steve and John interact to reveal the reality. An alternate description checks out like this. The besties at Black Patch reconnect in order to bring the reality to light. The second spoiler scoop exposes that Claire will have a reality intriguing minute with Charlie in this episode, which she strolls in on him while he's having a really unfavorable circumstance going on. NBC's description for this most current Claire and Charlie story informs us. Claire captures Charlie in an inopportune moment. An alternate description checks out like this. Claire is captured off guard by Charlie's actions. What in the heck will Claire capture Charlie doing precisely? That's really crucial concern we'll be aiming to see to get the answer in this episode for sure. Whatever the case, it definitely seems like this story provides some extremely intriguing scenes depending upon what Claire sees Charlie doing, so prepare yourself for it. When they have an extreme encounter with each other, the third spoiler teaser exposes that Kate, Will, and Trip will take the spotlight at some point in this episode. NBC's description for this Kate, Will, and Trip circumstance informs us. Kate and Will have a tense encounter with Trip. An alternate description checks out like this. Will's effort to stop a furious Kate from eliminating Trip. Oh, that alternate description was a lot more revealing, wasn't it? Obviously, Kate is going to actually go off on Trip. This seems like extremely remarkable scenes waiting to be released this Monday. We're likewise formally hearing that Kate and Jake will have a falling out on December 31. Kate will absolutely have an extreme week. The last and fourth teaser descriptions let us understand that Lucas will be back in action, with Allie and Marlena in this episode. This scene sounds intriguing and quite severe as he will make a confession to them. NBC's description for this Lucas, Allie, and Marlena plotline informs us. Lucas admits to Allie and Marlena. An alternate description checks out like this. Marlena and Allie will be on the getting end of a confession from Lucas. What will this confession from Lucas turn out to be? That's the apparent, incredibly big concern for this story. We'll absolutely need to see and wait. I believe we might get some fascinating scenes out of the story. Alright guys, that's all the spoiler teasers we might gather from Monday's brand new December 28th episode of Days of Our Lives. However, definitely anticipate to see other scenes get revealed that were not discussed here. It sounds like Monday's brand new December 28th week starting episode will include some extremely fascinating, extreme, possible, and remarkable psychological scenes as Steve and John group up. Kate and Will have an extreme encounter with Trip. Obviously, Kate is going to truly go off on Trip. We're likewise formally hearing that Kate and Jake will have a falling out on December 31. Kate will absolutely have an extreme week.